My beloved child, stop everything. This is for you. Breathe in. Let the noise fall to the floor. Look up for a moment and listen, because I am speaking to your heart in a way no algorithm can manufacture. No distraction can muffle, no fear can cancel. I have watched you toss in the night. I have counted the quiet tears you never let fall in daylight. And I am declaring over you with authority that cannot be challenged. Your turmoil is over. The storm that tried to swallow you will not have the last word. I will. And my word over you is peace, restoration, and a relentless rise that no enemy can stop. You have carried weights that were never yours to hold. You thought you had to solve every problem before you could breathe again. Hear me. I am not asking you to carry the mountain. I am teaching you to speak to it. I'm not measuring your worth by how long you endured the chaos. I'm crowning you for how you kept standing when the ground shook beneath your feet. I saw you forgive when bitterness would have been easier. I saw you show up when quitting whispered your name. I saw you pray when answers felt far. I saw you choose love over anger and hope over cynicism. Nothing you endured is wasted. I have braided every hardship into a cord of strength you did not know you had. And today I pull that cord tight and ring a bell in the courts of heaven. It is finished. The famine of your soul is ending. The drought of encouragement is breaking, and the river is turning toward you. Do not scroll. Do not wander. Stay. This is a divine appointment, not a coincidence. I have prepared a table for you in the very presence of what tried to defeat you, and I am serving you courage, clarity, and calm. I am restoring your laugh. I am returning your focus. I am renewing your faith to believe again in financial freedom, in healing that reaches bone and memory, in a breakthrough that shifts the atmosphere around your name. I am not late. I am precise. I do not miss. I never aim without hitting the center of the promise. You asked me why the attacks multiplied when you decided to do right. Because your obedience threatened territory the enemy thought he owned. Because your yes loosened chains you could not see. Because destiny is loud in the spirit, and hell heard you whisper it in prayer. But hear me, the opposition was a compass, not a verdict. It pointed to the very door I am opening now. The rejection that bruised your heart was a redirection that guarded your path. The delay that felt like punishment was protection in disguise. I closed what would have caged you, and I preserved what would one day carry you. That day is rising like a clean dawn. You are not defined by the chaos you crawled through. You are defined by the voice that called you out of it. I am that voice. I am your father, your defender, your unshakable foundation. I am near, closer than the breath you just took. You will not drown in this. You will not break here. You will not repeat the patterns of yesterday. Generational cycles end with you. The fear that ran in your family will run out of your family when it reaches you. The lack that felt inherited will surrender to the abundance I am releasing. Watch what I do with your budget, your career, your business, your credit score, your high-yield savings account, your mortgage rates, your investing vision, your personal loan decisions, your plans for debt consolidation. I am not merely adding, I am multiplying. I am not offering crumbs. I am laying out bread from heaven and strategy for the earth, so you live with wisdom, margin, and radiant peace. So listen to me now as the one who began this work in you and intends to finish it with light in your eyes and calm in your chest. Lift your chin, put your shoulders back, place your hand over your heart and feel it drum like a steady drummer at dawn. That rhythm is a reminder that purpose still has a pulse and promise still has a schedule. I am not a rumor you heard when you were a child. I'm a present father. I am the architect of your rescue and the author of your rising. I am not negotiating with the storm that tried to keep you small. I am not asking permission from fear to bless you. I am not waiting on the approval of those who misread you. I am moving with precision. I am moving with kindness. I am moving for you and through you, and yes, sometimes in spite of you. because my mercy is not fragile and my love is not shy. I say again what I said at the start so your soul hears it like a bell struck clean and bright. Your turmoil is over. The sentence is not a slogan, it is a verdict. It is a decree signed in a court higher than any human boardroom. It is a seal no critic can break and no guilt can pry loose. The river that ran rough is calming. The fog that sat heavy is thinning. The noise that crowded the hallway is leaving step by step, like a parade of shadows dismissed by sunrise. You are not a museum of mistakes. You are a living house under renovation by a master builder who never leaves a job half done. The scaffolding is still up in a few rooms, but do not confuse scaffolding with shame. It is a sign of progress. It is evidence that something beautiful is being finished on the inside of you. I'm appointing your feet to steady ground and your voice to clean authority. You will speak without shaking because you are speaking from truth, not pressure. You will make decisions without panic because you are deciding from peace, not fear. You will steward money without shame because you are stewarding with wisdom, not comparison. You will look at your budget and see a map, not a prison. You will choose a high-yield savings account and let it grow quietly while you build. You will review your credit score and bless each point that rises. You will research mortgage refinance when the math makes sense, and you will not sign anything that steals your sleep. You will buy life insurance to guard the ones you love and health. Insurance that fits your season, not someone else's. You will call a personal injury attorney if you need justice, and you will not apologize for protecting your future. You will consider a Roth IRA. You will learn index funds. You will explore real estate investing with patience. You will practice tax planning with clarity, and none of it will own you. Money will be a servant that behaves, not a master that barks. I am drawing a line through old names. Abandoned. No more. Unseen. No more. Unqualified. No more. Late. No more. I am giving you new names that fit what I am doing. Established, trusted, prepared, favored, wise, whole, resilient. A peacemaker who knows strategy, a leader who knows how to listen, a builder who does not borrow identity from applause. Put these names on your lips until they sound normal, then keep saying them until they sound inevitable. Your identity is not a costume you wear to impress a room. It is a spine that lets you walk into any room without shrinking. I'm sending resources in ways you did not expect, so you stop worshiping a single path and start trusting the source. A mentor who appears with a sentence that saves you 6 months. A client who finds your article because you use the right SEO tools with honesty, not tricks. A partner who respects your boundaries and strengthens your brand. A contract that includes clean terms because you learn to read every clause. A scholarship for the certification that sharpens your craft in cloud computing or cybersecurity. A refund you forgot you were owed. A yes from a gate you assumed was welded shut. Do not make an idol out of method. Celebrate the miracle of timing. I am teaching your mouth to host life. You will bless your mornings on purpose. You will pray over your children by name. You will speak health to your nervous system when anxiety tries to sprint. You will command your thoughts to bow to truth when fear tries to narrate. You will declare peace over your home, order over your calendar, protection over your travel, wisdom over your purchases, and purity over your motives. When the old voice tries to bargain, you will answer with scripture, with memory, with testimony, with numbers that prove growth. You will not let nostalgia for pain pull you back into rooms I've emptied. You will not entertain dramas that drain what I am filling. You will not keep subscriptions to sorrow. You will cancel them with a yes to joy. I am releasing songs over your sleep. I am tuning your rest like an instrument so you wake with sentences already waiting at the edge of your tongue. I am redeeming your dreams. No more reruns of regret, no more endless hallways that never arrive, no more strange loops of shame. I am putting you on a path that has milestones and mercy stops and celebration benches where you catch your breath without losing momentum. Your calendar will not be a tyrant, it will be a companion. Your to-do list will not be a courtroom, it will be a menu. Your inbox will not be a storm. It will be a tool chest you open with intention. I am turning your platform into a porch where real people can breathe. You will not need gimmicks to gather souls. You will not need bait to build a community. You will show up with clean value, with practical steps, with stories that honor privacy and still carry power. You will use content marketing without losing your contentment. You will practice affiliate marketing with ethics that could stand in daylight. You will choose a best travel credit card because stewardship matters. Then you will pay it in full because freedom matters more. You will secure your accounts with a VPN when you work in public places because wisdom is a friend to destiny. You will keep your WordPress hosting safe because your message deserves a stable home. You will test your funnel because kindness is clarity. You will treat analytics like a dashboard, not a judge. I'm strengthening your hands for good work and softening your heart for good love. You will send the text that repairs a thin bridge. You will forgive without forfeiting boundaries. You will repent without rehearsing shame. You will ask for help without branding yourself weak. You will celebrate others loudly because envy is not your mentor. You will delight in beauty that does not pay a bill because your soul needs a garden, not only a ledger. You will laugh in kitchens. You will cry in safe arms. You will breathe in parks you used to rush past. You will taste meals you did not microwave between meetings. Life is not a race to a finish line you cannot name. Life is a faithful yes to the next right step and the presence that walks with you in it. I am healing your timeline. The years you call wasted are becoming fertilizer. The seasons you call silent are becoming archives of wisdom you will reference at the exact right minute. The detours you call embarrassments are becoming roads you will lead others down with a map and a smile. The nights you call lost are becoming stories that break shame in rooms you have not seen yet. I can afford to redeem what you could not afford to lose. I'm not counting the days you cried against you. I'm counting them for you, converting sorrow into strength, tears into seed, waiting into weight into glory. I am lighting your next step and only your next step on purpose, so you learn to walk with me, not sprint alone. You do not need the 10th page when you have not obeyed the first sentence. Do the obvious thing you keep postponing and watch 3 doors appear that were invisible yesterday. Send the email, file the form, schedule the therapy session, update the resume, cancel the subscription, forgive the debt, book the dentist, buy the book, call the mentor, put the phone in the other room and write the first page of the book you said you would write 10 Decembers ago. Momentum is a friend to miracles. I'm guarding your going out and your coming in. I'm stationing angels at doors you cannot see, at intersections you did not know were dangerous, at thresholds where old patterns used to drag you back. They will whisper when a deal is off. They will nudge when a path is safe. They will fight when a thief tries to return with a new mask. You will sleep under their watch. You will travel under their wings. You will work with their help. You will parent with their backup. You will heal with their ministry. You are not walking into the future unaccompanied. Heaven is not a theory. Heaven is a household that moves. I am asking you now to mark this moment with a simple act of agreement so your mind remembers and your heart stays aligned. If this word has wrapped around your ribs like armor and mercy all at once, press like so the message travels to another soul who needs it tonight, and tap subscribe so the stream of faith keeps meeting you right on time in the days ahead. And if you know I'm speaking to you, if you can feel peace taking the seat where panic used to sit, write 777 in the comments as your amen in plain numbers. Not superstition, declaration, a small key and a real lock. I'm not done with you and I'm not bored with you. I'm not tolerating you. I delight in you. I sing over you. I carry your photograph in my heart like a father who brags. I notice the way you keep trying. I notice the way you say sorry and mean it. I notice the way you share when nobody is watching. I notice the way you ask hard questions and stay at the table until wisdom answers. I notice the way you hold your peace when the room is hot. I notice the way you honor the old and lift the young. I notice the way you choose hope when headlines howl. I notice you, and I'm not going anywhere. So rise now, gather your pages. Close the tabs that do not serve you. Open the document that does. Put your phone face down. Put your feet on the floor. Put your heart in my hands. We have miles to build and miles to bless, but the ground is not hostile anymore. It is prepared. The wind is not against you anymore. It is for you. The season is not a maze anymore. It is a path. Step forward as one who knows the verdict has already been read aloud in your favor. Step forward as one who knows the ocean parts for obedience, not anxiety. Step forward as one who knows that when you move, heaven moves with you. And as you go, carry these sentences like tools in your pocket and light in your bones. I am not late. I am not lost. I am not lesser. I am not alone. I am led. I am loved. I am learning. I am level-headed. I am lit by purpose. I am loaded with peace. I am loyal to truth. I am launched by grace. I am a builder of homes, a breaker of chains, a carrier of keys, a student with a spine, a leader with a towel, a friend with a future. The famine is finished. The flood of favor is fair. The door is open. The path is clear. The blessing is not a rumor. It is a room, and I am walking in. Now take one breath for what was, one breath for what is, and one long, grateful breath for what begins. Your turmoil is over. Your spirit is steady. Your hands are strong. Your mind is bright. Your body is healing. Your house is protected. Your name is clean. Your account is growing. Your schedule is sane. Your boundaries are firm. Your voice is warm. Your faith is awake. Your God is near. Walk on, and when you need a reminder, return here. Press play. Press like so it finds the next heart in line, and keep your seat at this table by hitting subscribe. We will walk it out together, line by line, day by day, until the fruit in your yard matches the promise on your life, and the world can see what I already see when I look at you. Lift your head. The shame that kept you quiet has no jurisdiction anymore. I already looked at the part of your story you hide, and I did not flinch. I washed it. I redeemed it. I'm weaving it into testimony that will break others free. You're not behind. You're not late. You're right on time for what I ordained. The clock that terrifies you is not my clock. My timing births miracles without strain. My timing introduces you to the room when the table is finally ready for the gift you carry. You have asked for a sign. Here it is. You can feel these words landing in places you thought were numb. That warmth in your chest is not emotion alone. It is my spirit stirring you to stand up inside. It is the holy nudge that says, get ready. So get ready. Make room in your calendar for answered prayer. Make room in your budget for overflow. Make room in your heart for people I am sending who will love you right, speak life over you, and partner with your purpose. You will not have to beg to be seen. You will not have to shrink to be safe. You will not have to trade your calling for approval. I am aligning you with voices that call you higher, mentors who shorten your learning curve, and opportunities that fit your assignment like a hand fits a glove. I am healing your inner world so your outer world can expand without breaking you. The anxiety that clenched your stomach will loosen. The fog that dulled your thoughts will lift. The panic that ambushed your mornings will submit to my peace. I am touching the roots. Childhood wounds that echoed through adult choices are meeting my hands. Night terrors that stole your sleep will bow. The restless scrolling, the quiet isolation, the ache you couldn't name, I am naming it now, and I am replacing it with rest. This is not fragile relief. This is durable peace, the kind that sits with you in traffic and meetings, the kind that steadies you when notifications surge and headlines shout, the kind that guards your mind when old memories knock on the door. I am breathing on your purpose. I planted gifts in you that no layoff can cancel, no algorithm can hide, no critic can dilute. Your voice will matter in rooms you once only dreamed about. Your idea will solve a problem that frustrated leaders for years. Your craft will carry light into places that forgot the sun. You will mentor those who mirror your past, and you will tell them with authority, there is a way through, because you walked it. You will start what others were afraid to start. You will finish what others abandoned. You will build that online business with ethics and excellence. You will steward clients with integrity, steward data with care, steward influence without pride. You will study for that online degree with focus and joy. You will rise without compromise. You will lead without losing yourself. Do not fear the unknown. You do not need the entire map when you walk with the one who made the road. Take the next right step. Send the email, open the document, make the call, draft the proposal, update the resume, pitch the idea, forgive the debt, apologize first. Put the plan on paper. I will meet you in motion. I bless what moves in faith. I honor what acts on the word I give. Your small obedience today is a key that unlocks a large door tomorrow. Plant the seed. Water it with prayer. Work it with discipline. Watch me send the rain you cannot manufacture. I hear your question. What about the people who betrayed me? The friend who turned cold, the partner who disappeared, the family member who used my kindness and called it weakness? I am not ignoring justice. I am handling it without handing you the poison of vengeance. I am healing you so thoroughly that their choices will no longer narrate your days. I am teaching you boundaries as holy as altars. I'm giving you words that are clear and kind, a spine that is soft and steel at once, a heart that can stay open without staying unsafe. You will not be gullible, and you will not be hardened. You will be wise. You will be free. You will love with vision, not with fear. There is a door in front of you no one else could open, and no enemy can shut. It bears your name, not your neighbors, not your rivals, not the imaginary version of you that perfectionism keeps chasing. It carries the blueprint of your destiny, the one I wrote before your first cry. Step through. This is the hour I turn your preparation into performance, your private work into public fruit, your hidden training into visible impact. The platform will not crush you because your roots grew deep in the quiet. The spotlight will not burn you because you learned to live from my approval, not for applause. The abundance will not distract you because I taught you to put purpose over popularity, stewardship over status, legacy over likes. Hear me and hold this like a promise with your name etched on it. I am shifting your finances from survival to strategy. You will still budget, but not from panic. You will still plan, but not from fear. You will still save, but not from scarcity. You will understand investing with clarity. You will navigate insurance with wisdom. You will research the best credit cards without falling for traps. You will manage mortgage rates with calm. You will negotiate salaries with confidence. You will not apologize for earning. You will not apologize for resting. You will not apologize for boundaries that protect your mental health and your mission. I'm teaching you to live generous and grounded, prosperous and principled, kind and keen. This is financial freedom with character, not hype. Your body is not forgotten, the ache in your back, the tightness behind your eyes, the fatigue that coffee could not chase away. I am touching you. I am guiding you to the habits that partner with my touch. Water, sleep, movement, laughter, sunlight, simpler food, kinder self-talk. I'm speaking to cells and systems. I'm rewiring pathways scarred by stress. I'm soothing the nervous places that expect disaster. I'm teaching you to breathe like someone who trusts me. I'm teaching you to speak to your future like someone who knows I already live there. The healing I bring is not only the absence of pain, it is the presence of energy, the return of creativity, the clarity to say yes and the courage to say no. You wonder if you can really start fresh after all this. Listen, I specialize in first mornings. I am the God of new mercies at sunrise. I reboot stories the world stamped concluded. I resurrect what looked final. I make dry bones stand like soldiers. I make scorched fields bloom. I make the weariest hearts sing again. So lift your eyes. Let hope sit down in the chair fear used to own. Let expectation stretch in the room discouragement kept small. Let your soul rehearse my faithfulness until your mind memorizes victory. This is not fragile optimism. This is covenant assurance. If this is striking the exact chord you prayed for, press like and subscribe so we walk this path together and you never miss a word that keeps your faith awake. Not for vanity, for accountability, for community, for the daily reminder that you are not alone and you are not powerless. And if you sense me tugging your heart even now, comment 777 as a sign of agreement, a small key turning in a lock you thought was rusted shut. I am sending help where you stopped expecting it. A message you didn't see coming. A yes that wipes out months of silence. A mentor who speaks your language. A partner who honors your standards. A door that requires your whole self but never your soul. I am aligning timelines, relocating opportunities, and reintroducing you to yourself. The you that trauma tried to erase, the you that shame tried to bury, the you that hope kept whispering about when everything else said no. You will look back on this week and say, that was the hinge. You will look back on this month and say, that was when it turned. You will look back on this year and say, only God could have orchestrated that. Do not be startled when old temptations knock louder right after this word. That is not proof you failed. It is proof the thief is nervous. Close the door. Remove the number. Unfollow the feed. Block the access. Delete what drags your spirit down. Curate your inputs like your future depends on it, because your future responds to it. Keep my word in front of your eyes. Keep gratitude in your mouth. Keep wise counsel in your ear. Keep your calendar aligned with purpose, not panic. You are not chasing chaos anymore. Chaos is chasing you and finding no entrance. There are angels assigned to your assignment. You are not stepping into this next chapter unguarded. They are stationed on the road ahead. They are posted at the thresholds that matter. They will nudge you away from traps and toward timing. They will minister to your soul when no one else knows you are tired. They will war while you rest. Do not glamorize the darkness you escaped. Do not romanticize the chains you broke. Do not memorialize the valley like it was your home. It was a passage, not a prison. Your address has changed. Your atmosphere is different. Your language is different. Your friends are wiser. Your boundaries are stronger. Your spirit is lighter. Your perspective is higher. I am training your eyes to see signs from heaven in ordinary hours. The unexpected green light when you needed it most. The email that arrives in the minute you prayed. The sudden idea at the kitchen sink that solves a problem your team couldn't crack. The sense to turn left instead of right. The peace to wait one more day. None of it is random. I'm teaching you to partner with quiet cues, to hear the whisper beneath the noise, to notice the open hand in the crowd. You will not miss your cue. You will not miss your moment. You will not miss your miracle. Tell your fear the math has changed. Tell your past the contract is canceled. Tell your inner critic the microphone is off. I'm installing a new narrator in your thoughts, and his name is truth. You're not too old. You're not too young. You're not too late. You are not too damaged. You are not too much. You are not too little. You are precisely measured for the mission I'm handing you. And when you feel that familiar tremble at the threshold, remember this sentence and say it out loud until it owns the room. God said my turmoil is over, and my new chapter has begun. The tide is turning even as you listen. The wind that fought you is filling your sails. The ground that felt stubborn is softening under your feet. The yes that matters most is rising in your spirit. I'm not only making a way, I'm making you into a waymaker for others. You will open doors with your testimony. You will hand out keys you paid for with tears. You will teach strategies that collapse years into months for those who follow. You will speak life in boardrooms and living rooms, in classrooms and comment sections, in hospitals and studios. You will lead with humility and fire. You will carry both gentleness and grit. You will be known for kindness and clarity, for wisdom and warmth. If this is burning like truth in your chest, type 777 in the comments as your yes, and then breathe. Let me carry what you cannot. Let me fight what you cannot see. Let me organize what you cannot control. Your only job is trust plus action. Trust me with your outcome. Act on the instruction I highlight. I will take the weight of the result. I will handle the parts you cannot predict. I will do the heavy lifting you were never designed to do. And now, listen closer, because I am about to place language in your mouth that will steer your week. Say it with me in your heart, even if your voice shakes. I release what is not mine to hold. I receive what heaven is sending. Peace is my portion. Provision is my reality. Purpose is my rhythm. Favor finds me. Doors recognize me. Healing belongs to me. Breakthrough is happening for me. My destiny is not delayed. My God is not distant. My turmoil is over. I am not finished speaking. There is more I want to place in you. Strategies I want to outline, a map I want to draw across your next 90 days, steps that turn this fire into a plan you can move on before the sun sets today. So lean in, keep your heart unlocked, and get ready as I begin to show you exactly how to steward this new calm, how to guard it, how to build from it, how to turn peace into momentum and momentum into results that echo for generations. So here is how we turn fresh peace into a plan that breathes. Start by clearing a corner of your space and naming it purpose, not a perfect office. A chair, a table, a notebook, a timer. When you sit there, your soul knows it is time to build. Put your phone on airplane mode for 40 minutes at a time and gift yourself the miracle of focus. In those 40 minutes, you will do one task that moves the needle. Not 10. 1. Draft the email that opens a door. Outline the online course that has lived in your notes. Price the consulting package you keep postponing. Research the best credit cards for your season, not your neighbor's. Clarity is born when you stop asking how everything will work and start doing the one thing you can do right now with excellence. Write a 3-line mission that fits in your breath. Who you serve, what you solve, why it matters. No jargon, no buzzwords. Real language that would make sense to a 12-year-old and inspire a tired adult. Tape it where you make coffee. Put it on your phone lock screen. When distractions invite you into drama, tap that mission and return to center. Every day ask, did I serve who I am called to serve? Did I solve the problem I am shaped to solve? Did I act like it matters? If the answer is yes, you won today. If the answer is no, you learned where to start tomorrow. Map your next 90 days in blocks that tell the truth. 12 weeks, each week with one headline win. Week 1 might be build a simple landing page. Week 2 might be record 3 short videos. Week 3 might be set up an email sequence that welcomes new people with value instead of noise. Week 4 might be create a budget that funds peace, not panic, that moves money towards savings, generosity, and debt freedom with intention. Keep it human, keep it honest, keep it written. Vision lives longer on paper than in your head. Your words shape your world, so refine your first sentence. The first sentence of the pitch you send, the first sentence of the podcast intro, the first sentence of the conversation that matters. Make it clean, make it true, make it warm. People do not follow confusion, they follow clarity wrapped in courage. Speak like a lighthouse, short, bright, consistent. When you repeat truth long enough, even the storms start to use it as a reference point. Train your morning to greet you with traction. Before you open any app, open your mouth and bless your day out loud. Not a performance, a decision. I bless my focus. I bless my family. I bless my finances. I bless my clients. I bless my health. I bless my creativity. Then move your body. 10 minutes counts. Walk, stretch, breathe where your ribs ache. Hydrate like your brain matters. Your nervous system is not your enemy. It is your engine. Treat it like royalty, and it will carry you through rooms you once avoided. Rebuild trust with yourself through micro-promises. Set a promise so small it feels almost silly to miss. Read 5 pages. Send 1 message. Save $10. Film 1 minute. When you keep small promises, your identity shifts from maybe to certainly. The person who keeps one small promise today is the person who can steward a large promise tomorrow. That is how confidence compounds. Not with glitter, with proof. Take inventory of your inputs. If you feed your faith fast food, your courage will yawn at destiny. Curate your feed like a financial advisor curates a portfolio. Unfollow voices that monetize your outrage. Mute the noise that leaves you numb. Subscribe to channels that sharpen your thinking and stretch your spirit. If this word is watering you, tap like and subscribe now so your algorithm becomes an ally and not a thief. Let the tools of this age serve the call on your life, not siphon it. Turn your pain into a product that helps people. The budget you built after your lowest bank balance can become a printable that saves families from overdraft fees. The recovery plan you wrote on napkins can become a support group blueprint. The study method that got you through exams while working nights can become a micro course that blesses students who feel invisible. Do not edit your story until it is sterile. People are not moved by perfect, they are moved by honest. Put numbers on your transformation, not to impress, to measure. How many pages will you write? How many calls will you make? How many clients will you serve? How much debt will you pay down? How much will you invest into your high-yield savings account? How many minutes will you spend learning about real estate investing, about index funds, about life insurance that protects your family without draining your peace, about health insurance that actually fits your needs, about auto insurance that covers the road you drive without hidden traps? Numbers do not own you, but they guide you. Numbers let you see momentum when your feelings cannot. Create a peace protocol for hard days. 3 steps. When anxiety spikes, I step outside for fresh air. I write a messy paragraph about what I feel so the truth can find me. I text 1 trusted person, not 5, and I ask for prayer or counsel, not gossip. This is not weakness, this is wisdom. The strongest people are the ones who learn to receive strength. Guard your evenings like an artist guards a canvas. No doom scrolling in the last hour, no arguing with shadows. Pick a book that feeds your craft. Pick a routine that tells your body night has arrived. Light a candle. Close tabs. Write down tomorrow's first step so your mind can rest. You are not a machine. You are a miracle with lungs. Treat your sleep like sacred ground. When it comes to money, trade shame for systems. Automate a small draft into savings the day your paycheck lands. Set an alert for your credit card statement so nothing sneaks. Check your credit score monthly and celebrate each point that climbs. If it dips, you investigate, you correct, you learn. Compare mortgage rates with calm eyes and long horizons. If student loan refinance fits your math, research the fine print before you sign. Ask questions a banker respects. What is the APR after promo? What is the prepayment policy? What happens in a downturn? Wisdom is not fear. Wisdom is stewardship with a spine. Open a simple document and name it Your Name University. This is your private curriculum for the next year. 4 tracks, skill that earns, story that resonates, systems that scale, soul that stays healthy. Under skill, list what the market needs that you can learn. Copywriting, data analysis, UX research, cloud fundamentals, project management. Under story, list the platforms where your voice makes sense. Short video, newsletter, podcast, community. Under systems, list the tools that simplify: calendars, CRMs, automations, templates. Under soul, list the habits that keep you human. Sabbath, scripture, therapy, friends who tell you the truth with kindness. Each week, invest 2 blocks into each track. Watch what happens in 6 months when you learn on purpose. Craft a generosity plan that excites you. Decide ahead of time what percentage you will give, where you will give, and why. Tie a story to every gift. This one buys groceries for a family you will never meet. This one funds a scholarship for a student who reminds you of you. This one blesses the local shelter that saved a neighbor. Generosity is not loss. Generosity is training wheels for abundance. It tells your heart money is a tool, not a tyrant. Build a table of mentors, even if you never meet them. A founder who built with integrity. A pastor who leads with compassion. A teacher who explains with clarity. A therapist who lives what they teach. A personal trainer who understands habit and healing. Put their names on a page. Follow their work with focus. Take notes like a student who knows class is in session. Then add one local voice you can actually call. Honor their time. Arrive prepared. Ask specific questions. Apply what they offer and report back with outcomes. That is how trust grows. Create a weekly review that feels like a warm audit. What worked? What drained me? What surprised me? What needs to be deleted, delegated, deferred, or done? 4 boxes. No drama. You are not scolding yourself. You are stewarding yourself. When you see a pattern of avoidance, treat it with curiosity. Why does this task feel heavy? Do I need training? Do I need a template? Do I need to break it into 10-minute slices? Shame shuts doors. Curiosity opens them. Honor your relationships with proactive empathy. Schedule a standing call with a parent or a mentor. Set a reminder to send encouragement to a friend who leads quietly. Plan a date night even if the budget is simple. Ask your child one new question at dinner and listen without fixing. Write a handwritten note to the teacher who noticed your kid's spark. Love is not loud, but it is loud enough to be heard. You cannot outrun isolation with achievements. You defeat it with intentional connection. Design boundaries that make your yes bright. Decide your work hours and your rest hours, and tell the people who need to know. Decide which invitations you accept by principle, not pressure. Decide the number of meetings you allow in a day so your brain can still make decisions that matter. Decide what you will not argue about on the internet. Decide the topics you refuse to trivialize for clicks. Boundaries are not walls against people. They are walls against chaos. Choose one platform and master it before you chase 5. If it is short video, post 3 times a week with a clear promise in the first sentence and a clean call to action in the last sentence. If it is a newsletter, send it the same day every week with 1 story, 1 idea, 1 step. If it is a podcast, record in batches so you never scramble. If it is long form, make it timeless so it keeps serving while you sleep. Digital marketing is not manipulation when you lead with service. It is the highway where your solution meets the person who needs it today. Name your next 5 clients before they arrive. Not their actual names, their profile. The first-time founder who needs a financial model that breathes. The busy parent who needs a fitness plan that fits 20 minutes. The graduate who needs a resume that lands interviews. The small church that needs a website that loads fast and tells the truth. The non-profit that needs a grant narrative that sings. When you can picture them, you can write to them. When you write to them, they can find you. Bake excellence into your deliverables so referrals become normal. Clear timelines, simple contracts, transparent pricing, a kickoff call that calms fear, a midway update that shows progress. a handoff that includes a Loom video, a checklist, and a simple next step. Over-communicate without overwhelming. Surprise them with one bonus that costs you little and means a lot. People remember how you made them feel when the invoice cleared. Make them feel seen. Turn your phone into a tool that behaves. Remove one app that steals afternoons. Move your most used creation apps to the front page. Move your favorite distractions 2 swipes away. Turn off non-essential notifications. Use Do Not Disturb when you are in deep work. Check email at set times like you check the mail at a mailbox, not like you chase a siren. If you need accountability, tell your audience your posting schedule. Hit it. If this is lifting you, like the video now and hit subscribe so your focus has a friend that shows up 3 times a week. Plant a seed for passive income that aligns with your calling. A template pack that saves people hours. A workshop recording that solves a recurring problem. A membership that delivers 1 fresh resource a month. A guide that compares mortgage rates with plain language. A checklist for choosing life insurance without fear. A course that breaks down personal branding for blue-collar professionals who hate fluff. Passive income is not magic. It is service stored in a system. Keep a wins archive so your brain cannot gaslight you. Screenshots of thank you notes, photos of finished projects, graphs of growth. Before and after stories. When doubt whispers that nothing is moving, you open that folder and you argue with evidence. Gratitude is not denial. Gratitude is good memory. It keeps your heart from forgetting how far you have walked. Develop a crisis script before you need it. If a client is upset, you respond within 1 business day. You apologize for the experience they had without lying about what you did not do. You offer a concrete next step with a timeline. You document everything. You learn the lesson. You improve the system. If a social media comment misreads you, you do not wrestle in the mud. You clarify once with kindness. You invite them to a private conversation. You move on. Your peace is worth more than a temporary battle. Upgrade your environment 1 drawer at a time. A clear desk invites a clear mind. A labeled folder saves 15 minutes that used to leak every morning. A plant in the corner reminds you life is growing while you are typing. A quality chair tells your back. It is not an afterthought. You do not need luxury to build legacy. You need order, you need light, you need tools that work when you reach for them. Learn to forecast your energy as much as your revenue. Notice the meetings that fuel you and the meetings that drain you. Batch the drains so they do not bleed into every day. Put fun on the calendar like a professional. Schedule a long walk on the day after the big launch. Plan a quiet hour after the hard conversation. Rest is not a reward for finishing. Rest is fuel for finishing well. Make peace with iteration. Version 1 is allowed to be simple. Version 1 is allowed to be imperfect. Version 1 is allowed to be smaller than your dream. Ship it. Listen to real users. Improve what confuses, remove what clutters, add what serves. Repeat. Excellence is iteration with humility, not perfection with fear. God is not grading you on theatrics. God is guiding you through cycles of courage. Refuse to outsource your convictions for attention. You can grow without gimmicks. You can scale without scandal. You can build an audience without bait. You can speak about faith without shaming. You can teach about money without greed. You can promote your offer without pretending it is a miracle. Let your promise be precise. Let your proof be clean. Let your offer be honest. The right clients will feel the relief in your tone. When worry about the future tries to take the driver's seat, bring the conversation back to today's assignment. Today, I make the call. Today, I send the invoice. Today, I edit the video. Today, I learn 1 lesson about search engine optimization so my article can breathe on the first page for best savings account or travel credit card rewards. Today, I compare software without buying anything. Today, I pray for the person I am becoming. That is enough. Tomorrow will arrive with its own instructions. If you are rebuilding after loss, I am with you in the quiet parts people skip. The forms you fill out for the courthouse, the box of photos you cannot open yet, the ring of keys that feels heavier than it should. Grief is not a distraction. Grief is love that has nowhere to go. Let it move through your body without apology. Cancel what you must cancel. Keep one small appointment with your future each day. One, a paragraph, a stretch, a walk to the mailbox. Healing is rarely loud. It is faithful. If you're starting over in a new city, plant quick roots on purpose. Find a local church where the presence is real and the people are kind. Introduce yourself to your neighbor with a small gift. Learn the name of the barista who remembers your order. Join one class where you are a beginner on purpose so your brain remembers how to learn. Look up the nearest park and walk it until it feels like yours. A place becomes home when your prayers start to circle it. If you are navigating a medical report that rattled your table, know this: I am the God who heals through miracles and medicine, through prayer and process, through community and consistency. Advocate for yourself at appointments. Bring a notebook. Ask the second question. Write down the plan. Take the referral. Seek a second opinion if peace nudges you. Let hope ride in the passenger seat and wisdom drive. Your body hears your thoughts. Speak to it with dignity. I am with you in every hallway. If you are raising children while building dreams, I see the hours you do not post, the lunches you pack, the forms you sign, the rides you give, the bedtime stories you read even when the IG deadline is staring. You are not late to your calling. You are weaving your calling into a life that matters. Invite your kids into the build. Let them see you outline a lesson. Let them hear you practice a pitch. Let them watch you save for a goal. They will inherit your ceiling as their floor. That is legacy in action. If you carry a story of mistakes that still try to introduce you, you are not your worst day. You are not your hardest decade. You are not the headline someone else wrote. You are the person who stood up. You are the person who reached for help. You are the person who chose truth when lies were cheaper. You are the person who can sit across from another soul and say, I know that valley and I know the way out. That authority cannot be faked. It must be lived. Start a restoration list of everything that tried to rot your hope, and right beside it the opposite I am giving you. Where you lost trust, I'm giving you discernment. Where you lost money, I'm giving you strategy. Where you lost time, I'm giving you acceleration. Where you lost friends, I'm giving you covenant. Where you lost confidence, I'm giving you evidence. Keep the list where you can see it. Add to it when I move. Read it when you forget. This is not fantasy. This is partnership. Establish a quarterly retreat, even if it is one afternoon at a library with your phone off and your heart open. Review your mission. Refresh your calendar. Refill your soul. Ask me 3 questions. What do you want me to stop? What do you want me to start? What do you want me to strengthen? Sit long enough to hear a whisper. Write it down before you argue. Obedience often feels smaller than you expect. That is how you know you can begin today. Set a price on your peace that no project can undercut. If a deal asks you to lie, you walk. If a partnership asks you to ghost your values, you pass. If a client tries to rent your dignity, you decline. Money can be replaced by wiser money. Reputation moves slower. Soul returns slower. Keep your name clean even if your numbers grow slower for a season. I will make the pace serve you, not suffocate you. Widen your imagination for friendship. Some of your closest allies in this next chapter will not look like you, vote like you, or think like you in every category. They will love you well. They will sharpen you with questions, not insults. They will celebrate your wins without making them about them. They will tell you when your idea leaks. They will show up when cameras are off. That is wealth. That is protection. Carry a go bag for creative sparks. A small notebook in your car. a Notes app folder named Ideas Now, a voice memo shortcut on your home screen. Inspiration honors those who honor it. When a line arrives in the grocery aisle, capture it. When a solution lands in the shower, speak it out loud and write it down the minute you step out. The future, you will thank the present you for building a bridge. Audit your offers for accessibility. Can a college student access your wisdom with a low-cost option that still respects your value? Can a corporate client engage you at a premium that funds scholarships for small businesses? Can a retiree who wants to mentor the next generation join a community that amplifies their experience? When your business model includes different doors, more people can find their way in without you burning out. Learn the language of contracts like you learned the alphabet. Scope, payment terms, intellectual property, revisions, kill fees, non-disclosure, non-disparagement, dispute resolution. These phrases are not cold, they're clarity. Clarity is kind. Clarity keeps friendships after projects end. If you need a personal injury lawyer because life surprised you, research with patience, ask for referrals, and choose counsel who explains without ego. Protecting your future is stewardship, not suspicion. Create a tech reset ritual every month. Back up your files. Update your passwords. Review subscriptions. Cancel what you do not use. Renegotiate what you do. Clean your desktop. Archive old projects with labels that will make sense in a year. Your tools should hum, not groan. Your digital space is a reflection of your internal state. Bring it into peace. Practice celebration without apology. When a client sends a thank you note, read it twice. When a milestone lands, take a photo even if no one sees it. When a launch works, buy a small gift that marks the moment. When a friend wins, cheer like you are on their payroll. Joy multiplies when it is named. Envy starves when gratitude is fed. Make room for beauty that does not monetize. Learn a song on the piano because it soothes you. Try watercolor because your eyes need softness. Plant herbs because your kitchen loves fragrance. Bake bread because your home deserves warmth. Read poetry because your soul needs lines that breathe. Beauty is not a luxury. Beauty is oxygen for a busy heart. Create a forgiveness ledger and clear it with heaven. Write the names that still make your stomach clench. Speak forgiveness out loud, not because they earned it, but because you are done carrying them. Forgiveness is not a reunion. Forgiveness is a release. It returns your energy to your assignment. It takes your future out of their hands. It sets the prisoner free, and then you realize the prisoner was you. Welcome order into your technology with simple automations. A calendar link that books meetings without 10 emails. An invoice template that sends a professional PDF in 60 seconds. A budgeting app that tracks spending without drama. An email rule that files receipts into a folder you reconcile every Friday. Small hinges swing big doors. Free your brain to think about strategy by teaching your tools to handle the routine. Give your inner critic a new job. It does not get to run the microphone anymore. It gets to run quality control at the end, not sabotage at the start. Let it check grammar after you write. Let it check calculations after you budget. Let it check data after you draft. But when you are brainstorming, it waits outside. Creativity blooms where judgment stops interrupting. If this word keeps your spirit standing taller, drop 777 in the comments as your stake in the ground, and hit subscribe so this voice keeps meeting you right when you need it. Not for noise, for nurture, for a rhythm that refuses to let you drift. Stay teachable in rooms where you feel behind. Ask the question that seems basic. Take notes like you plan to teach it tomorrow. Offer help where you can, even as you learn. Humility opens doors. Pride cannot find. The people you admire are still students. The experts you follow still ask for feedback. Growth loves hungry hearts. Invite accountability that protects your momentum. Find one person who is allergic to excuses and gentle with your humanity. Share your weekly headline goal. Share your deadline. Share your why. Ask them to check in on Friday. When you hit it, celebrate together. When you miss it, diagnose together. Not shame. Strategy. You're building muscles. Reps create strength. Teach what you know as soon as you know it. Not because you are perfect, because you are present. When you explain a concept, you understand it deeper. When you help a beginner, your own foundations stabilize. When you give away insight, you make room for more. Scarcity tells you to hoard. Wisdom tells you to sow. Sowing turns you into a fountain. Honor your elders with questions that pull gold from their memory. Ask them about the day they almost quit. Ask them about the call that changed everything. Ask them about the mistake that taught them the most. Record it with their permission. Save it in 3 places. Someday those words will rescue you at 2 a.m. and you will be grateful you honored the moment. Stack courage with competence. Courage gets you in the room. Competence keeps you there. Practice your craft when no one is watching. Run drills like athletes do. Rehearse your talk out loud. Redo your design until it sings. Rewrite your copy until it breathes. Excellence is kind to your audience. It tells them you cared enough to prepare. When fear of failure shows up, ask it for data. What are you predicting? What is the probability? What is the plan if it happens? Fear hates spreadsheets. Fear hates calendars. Fear hates clarity. When you answer with numbers and steps, fear gets bored and leaves the meeting. You do not defeat fear with vibes. You defeat fear with truth. Keep a long view on reputation. Your name is a passport that either opens borders or invites extra questions. Show up on time. Say please and thank you. Do not ghost. Do not burn bridges. Return what you borrow. Pay people faster than they expect. Credit your sources. Admit your misses. The world is smaller than you think. Your name travels faster than you do. Expand your vision for what impact can look like. It is not only stages and spotlights. It is the intern who learned leadership because you noticed them. It is the neighbor who felt safe because you waved every morning. It is the team that breathes easier because you built a system that works. It is the family that sleeps deeper because you read contracts with care. The kingdom moves on small hinges all the time. Rehearse your identity before the test arrives. I am who God says I am. I am wise. I am steady. I am favored. I am faithful. I am creative. I am resilient. I am generous. I am peaceful. I am a builder. I am a peacemaker. Say it in the kitchen. Say it in the car. Say it when the inbox is full. Say it when the room is quiet. Identity precedes achievement. Identity anchors you when outcomes take the scenic route. Prepare for opportunity by finishing what is in your hand. If you want a bigger platform, love the audience you have with excellence. If you want a larger contract, serve the current client like royalty. If you want a new city, honor the one you live in now. If you want more resources, steward the $10 like it matters. Promotion is often the echo of faithfulness. Build a crisis cushion that lets you breathe when headlines wobble. 3 months of expenses in a simple account. A list of vendors you trust if your laptop dies. A backup drive that lives in a separate place. A plan for how your business keeps fulfilling orders if the power blinks. Hope for the best. Prepare for the storm. Peace loves a plan. Refine your ask so people can say yes. Not, can we chat? Try, do you have 10 minutes on Wednesday at 3 to answer 2 questions about your hiring process? Not, can you help me? Try, I admire your customer service training. Would you review this script and tell me one place to tighten it? Specifics honor time. Specifics win help. Celebrate quiet character wins with the same joy as public milestones. You told the truth when a lie would have been cheaper. You forgave when a grudge felt warm. You kept a confidence. You turned in work you could show your child without shame. Heaven notices, heaven smiles, heaven multiplies that kind of seed. Let your calendar prove your priorities. If family matters, it is on the calendar. If fitness matters, it is on the calendar. If study matters, it is on the calendar. If Sabbath matters, it is on the calendar. What is not scheduled is usually surrendered to someone else's urgency. Guard your hours like a farmer guards seed. What you plant, you will harvest. When the door opens, walk in with humility and heat. Thank the host. Honor the room. Speak clearly. Share the value. Ask for the next step. Follow up the same day with a crisp recap. Deliver what you promised. Ask how it landed. Offer one more resource. Opportunity is not magic. Opportunity is stewardship done well. If you feel the wind of this word pushing you forward, press like so it reaches the one who needs it next, and subscribe so we rise together, step by step, word by word, day by day. And when your spirit agrees, write 777 in the comments as a sign you are in motion, not in theory, that your peace has become a plan, and your plan is becoming a life that glows. Start telling the truth with your calendar about what your genius actually needs. If your best thinking shows up before the world wakes, give it the first 90 minutes and protect it like a vault. If your creativity blooms at night, stop pretending you are a 5 a.m. hero and build a quiet evening ritual that delivers you to the page on time. Use the rhythm your creator wrote into your body. Block your weekend themes so your brain quits context switching every 10 minutes. One day for sales calls, one day for product, one day for content, one day for strategy, one day for deep rest. When you honor your design, output rises without the ache. Strengthen your gatekeeping around data and identity because peace leaks through digital cracks. Turn on two-factor authentication everywhere. Use a password manager and let it do the remembering. Update your software without drama. If you travel, consider a best VPN that guards your traffic on public Wi-Fi. Set alerts on your bank account so you spot fraud while it is small. Freeze your credit if you are rebuilding after a mess. Sign up for identity theft protection if your spirit keeps nudging you. Security is not paranoia. Security is wisdom that lets you sleep. Build a story engine that never runs dry. Keep a running list of 10 customer pains you solve with clarity. For each pain, craft a 1-minute video script, a 300-word email, and a single sentence hook that could sit on a billboard at rush hour. Practice reading them out loud until they land with a clean punch. Study search intent the way an architect studies wind. Write one article a week that answers a question people actually Google, like best high-yield savings account, how to compare car insurance quotes, or what is a Roth IRA versus traditional IRA, and do it without fluff. Pair it with a simple lead magnet that respects privacy and gives real value. SEO is not a trick. SEO is service at scale. Negotiate like a peacemaker with a plan. Before the call, write your walkaway number and your ideal number. Know your BATNA. Decide your anchor. Practice your first sentence until it sounds like you. Ask questions that surface hidden value. Is there flexibility on timeline? Can we adjust scope without losing outcomes? Are there payment terms that serve both sides? Be willing to pause. Silence is not an attack. Silence is space where honesty can breathe. When you agree, send a crisp recap within the hour. People remember the professional who made it easy to say yes. Upgrade your health without drama or hype. Keep a water bottle on your desk and finish it twice by lunch. Stack micro workouts between meetings so your blood moves and your mind clears. 10 squats. 10 push-ups on the counter. A 5-minute walk outside. Schedule your annual checkups like investor meetings. Understand your numbers. Blood, pressure, A1C, vitamin D, sleep hours. You do not need to chase every trend. You need consistent basics that keep your instrument tuned for the long run. When you shop, read labels out loud so your brain hears the truth. Fuel is a decision you make 3 times a day. Repair conflict before it becomes culture. When a conversation goes sideways, return with a simple script. When you said X, I heard Y, and I felt Z. I want us to win. Can we try again? Listen without rehearsing your defense. Reflect what you heard. Own your part without theatrics. Offer a clear path forward. If trust was broken, rebuild it with measured promises and measured delivery. You are not responsible for every outcome. You are responsible for your integrity. Turn your curiosity into credentials on purpose. Pick one certification that aligns with your next chapter and calendar the study plan. AWS Cloud Practitioner, Google Data Analytics, PMP Salesforce Administrator. CompTIA Security Plus. A focused credential can compress years of dithering into months of momentum. Pair it with a project that proves you can do the work outside a classroom. Launch a tiny app, build a dashboard, automate a workflow, publish a case study with screenshots, metrics, and lessons learned. Employers and clients care about receipts. If you are pivoting careers, treat your LinkedIn profile like a landing page. Headline with the value you deliver, not your last job title. Rewrite your summary in first person with warmth and proof. Quantify results. Grew revenue by 38%. Reduced churn by 22%. Shipped feature to 50,000 users. Ask 3 people you helped to write specific recommendations. Pin your best work at the top. Post once a week with a practical insight, a short story, and a clear takeaway. Consistency compounds attention. Design a travel playbook that keeps you generous and grounded. Book flights with a rewards credit card that pays you back. Then pay the balance in full so interest never eats your harvest. Buy travel insurance for the trips that would sting if plans changed. Pack a power strip, a spare charger, and a small notebook so your ideas have a home at 30,000 feet. Save receipts in a single folder the moment they arrive. Walk the nearest park when you land so your nervous system recalibrates. You're not escaping your life, you're expanding it with intention. Shape a wealth plan that ignores hype and honors time. Automate contributions to your 401k up to the match because free money is still free. Add to a Roth IRA if you qualify. Learn the difference between index funds, ETFs, and mutual funds until you can explain it to a teenager. Dollar cost average and let compound interest cook while you build your craft. If you explore real estate investing, study cash flow, cap rates, reserves, and property management before you buy. If cryptocurrency tempts you, only invest what you can afford to see swing without losing peace. Taxes are part of the game. Plan for them with quarterly estimates and a simple bookkeeping rhythm you review every Friday. Boring wealth is usually the kind that lasts. Consider generosity vehicles that magnify impact. A donor-advised fund that lets you set aside money in a high-income year and give it thoughtfully over time. A recurring gift to a local nonprofit so they can plan, not guess. A scholarship fund at your alma mater that carries your family name without carrying ego. Teach your children to give a portion of their allowance so generosity becomes muscle memory, not marketing. If you lead a team, build a culture that breathes. Kick off meetings with one moment of human truth, not a fake icebreaker. What energized you last week? What needs support? End with clear decisions, clear owners, clear deadlines. Write them down where everyone can read them. Celebrate learning as loudly as outcomes. If a project failed, do a blameless post-mortem that distills 3 improvements and assigns them to names. Psychological safety is not a slogan. It is 1,000 tiny choices to protect curiosity. If you run ads, keep your ethics clean. Use PPC advertising to test messages, but do not promise the moon to people who just need a map. Track conversions, not just clicks. Write landing pages that respect attention with concrete offers. If you sell a course, include a refund policy that is clear and fair. If you build a funnel, keep the steps simple. If you use affiliate marketing, disclose it. Integrity is an asset that appreciates. Simplify your infrastructure before you scale. Choose one CRM software you will actually use. Pick web hosting that is stable before it is flashy. Keep your WordPress hosting secure and updated. Document your standard operating procedures in plain language so someone new can follow them without guessing. Back up your site nightly. Test your checkout process monthly. A smooth back end is a kindness to your future self. If life knocked you flat financially, I am not ashamed of you. We rebuild with structure, not shame. List every debt with balance, interest rate, and minimum payment. Choose a method that fits your psychology. Debt snowball if you need quick wins. Debt avalanche if you love math. Call your creditors and negotiate. Ask about hardship programs. Refinance only if the math and the terms are clean and the fees do not eat the benefit. Research small business loans with sober eyes and a real plan. Do not trade short-term relief for long-term pain. Freedom wears a slower watch than hype, but it arrives with a smile that stays. If you are carrying legal questions that keep you up at night, get counsel early. A trusted personal injury attorney when you are hurt and overwhelmed. A small business lawyer when you are negotiating equity. A trademark attorney before your brand grows. Ask for clarity in writing. Ask about fees before you fall in love with an outcome. Wise advice is cheaper than a fix. Teach your children the economy of character. Show them how to read a paycheck. Show them how to set a savings goal. Show them how to fill out the FAFSA on time. Show them how to compare student loan interest rates and understand the truth about student loan forgiveness without building their future on a rumor. Show them how to interview with eye contact and honest questions. Show them how to code a simple page, how to write a clean email, how to look someone in the eye and say thank you. This is legacy you can measure. Curate wonder on your weekends, so Monday has something to draw from. Visit a museum and read the plaques out loud. Hike a trail and leave your phone in your pocket for the first mile. Cook a recipe from a country you have not visited yet. Sit at a coffee shop with a pen and ask me one big question. What are you saying to me this season? Do not rush the answer. Sometimes peace speaks in layers. Sometimes clarity lands like a sentence you cannot shake. Create a values filter for every decision. Does this align with truth? Does this protect people? Does this build skill? Does this honor time? Does this multiply long-term peace? If the answer is no, you know what to do. If the answer is yes, you move, even if butterflies sit in your ribs. Courage is not the absence of shaking. Courage is obedience with shaking. Keep your marketing human in a world addicted to noise. Share a behind-the-scenes lesson you learned the hard way. Share a client win with their permission and the steps behind it. Share a 5-point checklist that saves someone else an hour. Invite comments by asking a real question. What is one habit that saved your morning? What is one sentence that changed your career? If this word keeps you moving, write 7 asemasfin in the comments so you mark the moment and remind your future self where the turn began. Hold a quarterly tabletop exercise for your life like a wise company would. What happens if your main supplier goes offline? What happens if your primary account gets locked? What happens if a shipment is delayed? Write the contingencies. List the contacts. Draft the emails now while your pulse is calm. Preparedness is not fear. Preparedness is love wearing work boots. Build a board of inner advisors who are not impressed by you. A friend who knows your blind spots, a sibling who remembers your roots, a mentor who cares more about your soul than your stats, a younger voice who sees what you cannot see yet. Meet twice a year. Tell them the truth. Ask for theirs. Give them permission to say the hard sentence you do not want to hear. Correction from the right mouth is a gift that saves years. Keep your word to your art. If you are a writer, write daily, even if you never post it. If you are a designer, sketch every morning. If you are a musician, touch your instrument before you touch your inbox. The world will always offer you a reason to delay. Obedience to your craft is a prayer with fingers. Refine how you price your value. Price the outcome, not just the hours. Show your math with confidence. If someone cannot afford you, offer a smaller scope that still delivers a win. Do not discount your integrity to win a deal. You teach people how to treat your work by how you treat your work. Respect the seasons of quiet where nothing seems to be moving. Farmers have winter. Musicians have silence between notes. Athletes have off-season. Let your roots drink. Let your systems mature. Let your heart catch up with your headlines. Not every month needs a splash. Some months need a deep clean. If anxiety spikes before you post, remember the purpose. You are not shouting into a void. You are sending a lifeline to a person who is on the floor you used to lay on. You are putting language in someone's mouth who ran out of words. You are giving strategy to someone who has grit but no map. That is not noise. That is ministry in plain clothes. Study your cash flow like a pilot studies weather. What comes in? What goes out? What is seasonal? What is fixed? What is optional? Build a rolling 12-week cash forecast in a simple spreadsheet. Update it every Friday. Decisions get cleaner when your numbers are not a mystery. Peace grows where surprises shrink. Do not wait to be chosen. Choose yourself with stewardship. Launch the newsletter at 1 subscriber and write like it is 1,000. Start the channel with 1 viewer and speak like the room is full. Pitch the article to the publication and keep pitching until the no becomes a yes. Doors open for those who keep knocking with better knuckles each time. Honor the elders in your industry by paying for their work. Buy the book, attend the workshop, license the template. Then go further, not by copying, but by carrying your assignment into corners they never touched. Innovation is gratitude in motion. If you feel the weight lifting as you listen, breathe slow and keep going. There is more to build, there is more to heal, there is more to learn, there is more to give. Your turmoil is not your teacher anymore, peace is. And peace is surprisingly productive when you let it lead.